The vampire. Every bit as brutal and violent as the undead, Zacarias De La Cruz was a master at hunting them. Blood ran steadily from numerous wounds, and its poisonous acid burned all the way to his bones. But he felt calm steal into him as he turned and walked quietly away. Fires raged, but his brothers could put them out. The acid blood from the vampire attack soaked into the groaning, protesting earth. But again, his brothers would seek that vile poison out and eradicate it. His stark, brutal journey was over. Finally. Well over 1,000 years of living in an empty, gray world, he had accomplished everything he had set out to do. His brothers were safeguarded. They each had a woman who completed them. They were happy and healthy, and he had eliminated the worst threat to them. By the time their enemies grew in numbers again, his brothers would be even stronger. They no longer needed his direction or protection. He was free.
Zacarias, you're in need of healing, of blood.
It was a feminine voice. Solange, lifemate to Dominic, his oldest friend. With her pure royal blood, she would change their lives for all time. He was too damned old, too set in his ways, and, so tired to ever make the kind of changes to continue living in this century. He had become as obsolete as the medieval warriors of long ago. The taste of freedom was metallic, coppery, his blood flowing, the very essence of life.
Zacarias, please.
There was a catch in her voice that should have affected him, but it didn't. He didn't feel as the others could. There was no swaying him with pity or love or gentleness. He had no kinder, gentler side. He was a killer, and his time was over. Solange's blood was an incredible gift to their people. He recognized that even as he rejected it. Drinking it gave Carpathians the ability to walk in the sun. Carpathians were vulnerable during the hours of daylight, especially him. The more the predator, the more the killer, the more sunlight was an enemy. He was considered by most of his people to be the Carpathian warrior who walked the edge of darkness, and he knew it was true. Solange's blood had given him that last, final reason to free him from his dark existence. Zacarias drew in another lungful of smoky air and continued walking away from them all without looking back or acknowledging Solange's offer. He heard his brothers calling to him in alarm, but he kept walking, picking up his pace. Freedom was far away, and he had to get there. He had known, as he'd ripped out the heart of the last of the attacking vampires trying to destroy his family, that there was only one place he wanted to go. It made no sense, but that didn't matter. He was going.
Zacarias, stop!
He looked up as his brothers dropped from the sky, forming a solid wall in front of him. All four of them. Riordan, the youngest, Manolito, Nicholas, and Raphael. They were good men, and he could almost feel his love for them. So elusive, just out of reach. They blocked his way, stopping him from his goal, and no one, nothing, ever, was allowed to get between him and what he wanted. A snarl rumbled in his chest. The ground shook beneath their feet. They exchanged an uneasy glance.